Hey guys, this is Nathan, and welcome back to Sky Factory. So I let the quarry run overnight, and we have an obscene amount of smooth stone now. I am going to start putting this through a pulverizer, turn it into cobblestone. But yeah, we're getting tons of that. We don't have a lot of gravel anymore because I have been grinding that into sand and sieving it. So we're getting rid of our gravel pretty rapidly right now. And as you can tell from the contents of my inventory, I've got some plans for today, but I wanted to really quickly show you the processors. So we now have all the processors set up and they're not going anywhere anymore. So I did have to do a little bit of modification. I found out that in general it will hold 2 processors in the system after the torch turns off here. So I set the level emitters to 254 instead of 256. But this system is working great. I haven't had any spots where it's had multiples on yet, but I haven't really been using the processors yet either. So the first thing that I want to address today is getting the Ender Quarry running faster. So I'm going to be making the Speed 2 and Speed 3 upgrades. Now the Speed 2 upgrade requires the Speed 1. We need 2 of our extra utility speed upgrades and an Efficiency 3 diamond pick. So I already have our Efficiency 3 book here, and I have a diamond pick to put it on. Now the problem is I don't think I'm going to have enough XP. Right now I have 29 levels in my experience, and that is so that we can get our second Efficiency 5 book. That takes 60 redstone and a book and quill. So I'm going to grab that, and then I'm going to just go ahead and drain out the rest of the experience out of this tank and see how much I get. Now I don't know how much it's going to take to put these enchanted books onto the pickaxes. Hopefully I have enough experience though. So we're going to go ahead and do this one, so that's going to take 5 levels. So we'll go ahead and grab that, and we should be able now to make this Speed 2 upgrade. So that's going to pull a couple of the speed upgrades that I had there, and we get Speed 2. So that is pretty nice. And I'm going to go ahead and drop those speed upgrades in there because I don't need them anymore. Now hopefully it's only 5 levels, so it's 8 levels each on these. So I am going to have to go and get a little bit of experience. I've been getting my experience in the Nether, just going over to the fortress and killing mobs. I think what I want to do is to build a platform right off of the Nether portal that I can kill zombie pigs at. So I'm going to go ahead and grab up a few things. I'm going to go and get some experience, and I will be back when I can enchant that book, which shouldn't take too long. And I now have enough levels that I can go ahead and enchant this diamond pickaxe, so we'll go ahead and get this. I have a little bit of extra XP here that worked really good, but I was getting the nitro creepers. I actually got a skull from one of them, but my AE system automatically deletes those. But we're going to go ahead and make up this Speed 3 upgrade now. So we're going to go ahead and head to the Deep Dark and put that on the quarry. Now I don't know what this is going to do for speed, but I suppose what I'll do is head out to where the quarry is digging, and we can kind of look at that and see what it looks like out there. And a little bit more XP never hurts anything. So yeah, I'm going to put this on the quarry, and I'll head out to the face of the quarry and we'll see what it's doing for speed. Wow, that thing is going ridiculously fast now. So if we look in the ender pouch here, we can see how fast the stuff is going into the AE system. I don't think that our processing equipment and storage is going to handle this. So I'm going to head back to the base. I think one of the things that we're going to do is make a deep storage for the smooth stone, because we are definitely going to be getting it faster than I can use it now. So I'm going to set that up. I'm probably going to make some more drives for the system as well, and we may have to increase the ability of our system to process ores, because, I mean, this is just going insanely fast. So I'm going to head back there. We're going to have to monitor our power systems as well, and we may need to increase our power production now that this thing is using twice as much power as it was before. So yeah, I'm going to head back to the base, and I will be back. Well, as I was flying back up, I found this. This is the edge of the quarry. This is actually where it first started. And we have a zombie spawner here. So that means we're getting dungeons within this deep dark. And I may have to do a little bit of inspection here just to see if those exist anywhere else on the edges of this. But yeah, that's pretty neat. I don't know what we'll do with the zombie spawner. We definitely don't need it. But maybe we could break it and use it for an Ender IO spawner. I don't know. But, oh, nice chunk error there. But yeah, oh, we got a bat down there too. So, yep, I'm going to check down here in the quarried out area, see if we've got any more of those. Oh yes, definitely power issues. We are completely dead in one side, almost dead in the other. This is a big problem. Of course, it is nighttime right now, so I'm going to sleep away the night, see if we can get this thing to start generating power again. So we are making a bit more power than we're using. Well, no, we're not. We're still using more power than we're generating with 3 of these solar panel 6s. So I'm going to have to make some more power generation, and I'm going to have to do it quickly because we are going to run out of power for our AE system. So I'm going to get that done, and I'll be back. Well, as usual, glass is a big problem, but I was able to make one more solar panel 6. So we're going to go ahead and put this out here. This guy should start generating power for us, and yeah, we are still using more power than we are generating. This is ridiculous. So, I don't know, we may have to start looking into big reactors. I was figuring on putting a big reactor over here. I know that's going to be something we're going to have to look into. I think we could supplement just a little bit with our potions. We have tons of potions here in this filing cabinet here. But these will only last for a little while, and they're not going to generate a lot of power. I would kind of like to just get rid of them, though. But power is obviously going to be a big problem. Now, our next problem is very obvious in the fact that we've got so much stone here, it's not even funny. So we have already filled up this resonant cache here with smooth stone, which means we're dumping it into our drives now. I don't like that idea at all. So what we're going to do is we are going to make a deep storage unit. So these things, they're very cheap in this pack. They just take ender pearls, eyes of ender, plastic sheets, and a factory machine block. The factory machine block is plastic sheets plus smooth stone, which obviously we have plenty of that, but we don't have the plastic sheets. Okay, well, let's go ahead and make up a bunch of plastic sheets here. Okay, well, that's all of the plastic that I have. We can make more because that's just rubber smelted. Let's see, how much rubber do we have? Not much. It may be time to set up a harvester out on that mega rubber tree that we've got down here. Or, not mega, sacred rubber. That would give us tons and tons of rubber, but we're going to have a lot of power before we can do that. But, so we have that. Let's go ahead and make up a few of these machine blocks. Yeah, I suppose that'll be good. And now we need some eyes of ender. I'm just going to make a stack of those because it just seems like we always need them. And there we go, deep storage unit. So this is the first one of those that I've used. I'm going to go ahead and just remove this here and place the deep storage unit in its place. Now we should start to see the smooth stone will start coming into here. Now the next thing that I'm going to have to do is go through and re-clean all of the drives to push all of the smooth stone out of the drives and into the storage unit. And also we're going to have this resonant cache emptied out. So I need an import bus somewhere. I thought I had one set up, apparently I don't. So let's go ahead and grab an import bus right here. We need some acceleration upgrades. We'll just go ahead and place this here, put in our acceleration upgrades, and this should pull out reasonably fast. But if we come over here and look at the deep storage unit now, yeah, you can see, and that will speed up as time goes on too. But our smooth stone is going up rapidly. So now these things, I believe, hold 4.2 million or 4.2 billion items. So we should be good on storage on our smooth stone for a very long time. Shouldn't have to worry about that anymore. The rest of these really, other than the jungle wood, the rest of these don't have much in them. So I'm not really too concerned about that. But yeah, I think I'm going to see what it's going to take to make a big reactor over here so that we can get even more power generation, and I will be back. And I have built this platform now. This is going to be for our big reactor, at least our first one. We're not going to have a real big one here. This is going to accommodate a 7x7, but I found these blocks here from Chisel 2. I think that's kind of appropriate. These are radiation blocks. You know, they kind of look cool. You know, you come up here and you got this little section cordoned off, and then the reactor is going to be behind there. So I intend to make a 7x7 reactor here, so if my math is correct, we need 68 casings to go around this thing. So that's 5, so we need to come out to here and we will lay out 7 wide. Is that 7 or is that 9? That's 9. Oh, whoops. Well, that doesn't work too good, so yeah, let me remove that one. Okay, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we'll just repeat the process. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, and then down this side. Now, I know I could just use casing blocks under here, but for some reason I want to put glass down there. But now we need to go up, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll do this in each corner. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And again over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we just need to connect these, and thank God for the creative flight that we have. So we'll just go ahead and put all this in here. And this is going to be the size of our beginning reactor. Now we have all of the other pieces to make up here yet, and obviously my math was correct. But I went ahead and smelted up all of the yellorium ore that we had gotten from our quarry, and it made quite a bit. So if we look at the yellorium, and actually we've gotten a little bit more since I smelted that, but what I did, if we look at the uses on this stuff, we can smelt it directly for 1, we can pulverize it for 2, or we can put it in the induction smelter with rich slag for 3, which I have tons of rich slag right now because I'm smelting a lot of ores with sand, and most of them have a rich slag byproduct. So that worked out really good. I got a lot of yellorium, but we have a few items here to make to get this reactor going. So first off, we have the reactor controller. Pretty simple recipe: reactor casing, yellorium ingots, diamond, redstone. Not bad, so we need one of those. Our reactor control rods. We're going to need 5 of these. These take graphite, which graphite is just coal or charcoal smelted, so not all that big of a deal. Yellorium, redstone, and some reactor casings. Now we need 5 of these because we're going to have 5 fuel rods. And you know what? I forgot to calculate the fuel rods. I guess it doesn't matter. So the next thing that we need a power tap. Pretty simple: reactor casings and redstone. So we're going to grab one of those. I don't think we'll need more than one. Next up, we are going to need the fuel rods. Now we're going to have 5 stacks of these, 5 tall. So we need 25 total. So it'd be nice if I could... Oh, and we ran out of power. So this is really bad. I guess it is nighttime right now. Let's go ahead and sleep. So yeah, we can see why this is such a big issue right now. So let's go ahead and get these going again. So we've got 5, we need 20 more. There we go. So 25 of those. Now we need the reactor access port, and we'll need 2 of these. So if we grab 2 of those, now we've got pretty much everything that we need for the internal workings. The rest of this is reactor glass. And excuse me. So we're going to get a bit more reactor glass than we actually need, but yeah, not by much. And I went the wrong direction. Over here. So we want to put our controller right here in the middle. Let me get that glass out of there. So the controller right here. I am figuring we'll put the access ports right here. We can change one of those to outlet instead of inlet. And I think we're going to put our power tap here on the back. So there's that. Now what we want to do is start putting in our reactor glass. And I don't have my builder's wand. I don't know why. I usually carry it with me. So we'll just go ahead and drop all of this in here. This is going to take a lot of reactor glass, but at least with the builder's wand it doesn't take very long to place in. So the next thing is our control rods and fuel rods. So we're going to want to put these in an X pattern. We're going to put one here, one here, one here, here, and here. Now these need to stack up to the top of the reactor. And actually, I think I could use the builder's wand for this and make it go a lot faster. Yep. Okay, so there we go. That's used up all of those. And then we place one control rod on top of each one of those. We will need to place glass all the way around here. Fill in all, well, no, we don't want to do that just yet. So we'll break all of this glass back out. Now the next thing that we want to do once I get all of these walls put in is start filling in a coolant, because we are making a passively cooled reactor, so we do need a coolant of some sort. Now what I want to use is liquid ender. There are better coolants. Gelid cryotheum is one for sure, but I don't have everything set up for that yet, and I don't feel like taking the time to do it when I'm running out of power. So if we look here, I have a lot of the resonant ender buckets here, so I don't want ender infused obsidian. So we're going to grab all of these. I don't know how many it's going to take, but we're going to grab all those and we're going to start dumping that into the top of the reactor. Now another problem with the gelid cryotheum, which I believe is the best coolant you can get, is it sinks. So if you put a source block right here at the top, it will fall down to the bottom. Don't really much care for that. This resonant ender does not do that, but a problem with it is if you accidentally bump into this stuff, it will teleport you. So I'm going to place this all in, close up the top, and I will come back and we'll look at getting this thing turned on. So one thing that I have done to hopefully help on our yellorium supply is I made 16 yellorite seeds. I've put those in with our Minicio seeds because we're getting tons of that stuff. So we're going to go ahead and head over to the reactor now, and it took exactly the 20 buckets of resonant ender that I had to fill this thing, so that was a happy mistake. But what we're going to do is we're going to set down a couple of chests here. We're going to set one on this side, one on this side, and then we need 2 item transfer nodes. So the first one we're going to put here going into the reactor, this one we're going to put going out, and we're going to drop all of this yellorium in here. Now this will start to fill the core with fuel, and I suppose if we want to speed this up, we'll go ahead and drop a whole stack in here. And that should fill it up. Wow, even a full stack didn't fill it completely. That is ridiculous. So let's go ahead and drop a little more in there. Now we should be full of fuel because we want to have as much fuel as we can in here. Now when we turn this thing on, it's going to immediately start making some energy, so we want to set up some tesseracts before we do that. Because I don't want to waste any fuel. We're quite limited on our fuel supply for that, so yeah. So let's see, tesseracts. We have 3 full frames. So let's go ahead and get tesseracts here. So we just need bronze and silver. So I'm going to want to make at least 2 more of those. We'll go ahead and make the 3rd one. So what I'm going to do, I am going to put this guy here somewhere for, yeah, I suppose right here. We're going to make a new channel. We're going to make this one 999. I'm kind of borrowing that idea from Hypnotized. But we're going to put this as reactor power. And we're going to save this frequency and set it. Now what we're going to do here on this one, we're going to block everything except energy, and we're going to receive that. Now we're going to have to configure these guys to accept power from the back. And then we need a few of our resonant flux ducts. So I should be able to go here. I don't want to put that straight into the tesseract. I want it to go through our energy cells first. That way we can see whether we're getting a net gain or loss of power. So then we're going to come over here. We're going to set another tesseract on the back of the reactor, directly on the power port. We're going to set this to reactor power as well, and we're going to configure this one to accept energy, or send energy. So now if we turn this thing on, we should start getting power, and our core heat, or our casing heat's going up, our core heat's going up. Okay, we're up to over 10,000 RF a tick. Looks like we're going to flatten out at around 11.5, maybe close to 12. So we can do better than that, but yeah, we are using quite a bit of the fuel. Okay, I don't know what that was. But we will be getting the cyanite back out of here. And I'm just going to let this go for a bit. Now let's take a look at what we've got here. We almost doubled our power production now. So even at that, we are still not generating enough power. Oh my gosh. It's a lot better, but we are still not producing enough. So I'm going to have to look into the ability to make a whole lot more of these solar panels, and possibly increasing the size of our reactor. Maybe we can put the gelid cryothium in there so that we can at least reduce our fuel usage. But I'm going to set this over, yeah, well, we still haven't used a full ingot yet, but yeah, I'm going to have to look into some more sources of power. So I'm going to check that out, and I will be back. So one thing that I think I am going to do just to supplement our power is we are going to make some of these extra utilities generators. So I want to get one of these furnace generators at the times 64, but that is rather expensive. We need a hyper energy transfer node and 8 of the times 8 generators. So for each one of these we need 64 of those. Plus this. So we need a bedrockium ingot, which we still have a few of those. We need 4 of the transfer nodes, and then we need all of these other generators. Well, each one of these is going to require a transfer node energy as well. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to make here. So we need to make some regular transfer node items, and I think I'm just going to make up a whole stack of those right now. But first we're going to make up a stack of these. So this is going to be a problem. We're going to run out of cobblestone. So yeah, this is really kind of annoying at times. We have no ability to work with cobblestone because of this. So I'm just going to lower that ability to export, and hopefully we can finish this out here. So 38, how many furnaces do we have? We have 41 total. Still need a few more. So there's 82, that's enough. So now we need some blocks of iron. We'll make up a stack of those, and then we can make up these. So we've got 62 of the furnace generators, but now to go up to the next tier, like I said, we need these transfer nodes. These require a breadth first search upgrade, which requires a depth first search upgrade and some speed upgrades, as well as some blocks of redstone. This depth first takes speed upgrades, blocks of redstone, and gold. So we're going to have to make a whole bunch of these speed upgrades first, and then we can go in and start making the next step. So we need some of these, and I'm not sure how many we need. I suppose we'll just make like half a stack. And then we need to make some of the depth first. So I'm pretty sure we need at least 8 of those. Next up, we need the transfer nodes, which of course we're going to use this recipe. We've got 64 of those. We're not going to use that many. And then we need gold. So let's go ahead and grab some gold. We will make up these. Let's see, where did I put the QED? Clear down here. So we'll toss these in the QED, see how fast they're going to be made up. So the breadth first in the middle. We need the gold around the outside, and then the transfer nodes around the middle. So that's going to take a minute, so I'll be back when those are done. So I just made up the hyper energy transfer node. Now we should be ready to make our times 64 furnace generator. So let's go ahead and clear this out. We'll drop all of this stuff back in here. So first off, we need to make our 8 times 8 generators, and we're going to need to drop... Oh, I only made 8 of those transfer nodes. Alright, so once more, now we have the 4 additional transfer nodes that will make us the 8 furnace generators times 8. Now we can put those in here, put a hyper energy transfer node in the center, furnace generator times 64. So down underneath the center of the base here, I set up an export bus to ship all of the charcoal that we have, or coal that we have, out of the ME system. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that real quick. We're going to come up here, and we're probably going to want a stack upgrade. So let's see here. How do we get the stack upgrade? Like this. So we've got 1 stack upgrade. That will be to increase the amount of transfer for the coal we can do. And oh, we are actually starting to gain power. Amazing! That is good. So anyway, we're still going to set this up. We're going to set that right here. I have no idea how much that thing is going to generate. So behind it here, we are going to set this cache. And then we're going to set an item transfer node here, and it should start making power. So it makes 2,560 RF a tick, but it sure doesn't last very long. So beside it, now we're going to want to place our last tesseract. And for now, I am just going to set this on the reactor power, and we're going to set it to send energy. So that should be keeping all the power out of here. Now if we set a stack upgrade in here, now we can keep this thing generating at full speed. It's not a huge increase of power, but it is a resource that we're not using normally, and we could set up some stuff to turn the jungle wood into charcoal and run that through here as well. So yeah, major power increases is about 15,000 RF a tick that we've increased today, so we're producing 26 or 27,000 RF a tick now. And I just want to see, so we've gotten 2 cyanide ingots so far. We're going to need those later for making our actively cooled reactor. but I get the feeling we're going to have to increase the size of that reactor, and we're probably going to have to devote an entire level, or possibly more than one level, to producing the yellorite, or the yellorium essence. So I don't know for sure how much of that it's going to take, but I do know we are just about out of time, so I am going to say thanks for watching, and I just took a screenshot. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to give a thumbs up and let me know. If you have anything you want me to look into, I know that I've had some requests for Thaumcraft, and I probably will be getting into that soon, but I've never done Thaumcraft before, so that could be kind of interesting. But if you have anything like that that you want me to look into, leave that down in the comments, let me know. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!